Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. To speak of, call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On the stop was Aaron Donald. 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Got a man in the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st down, here's Breida. He's to the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Texans 7, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carr going to throw. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. He pitches it. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graves. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Quarter with the score, Texans 7, Raiders nothing.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw out around the runs.
And it's a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was supposed to go on. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And this is caught off the deflection. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
He'll let this go deep for runs.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Taking into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Henry Ruggs
With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ball carrier.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This is Breida.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking right sideline. line. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That gain on third down, good for 28.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now a handoff looking right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second and 9 now. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man here is Foster. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, it really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And
it's caught inside the 25. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On play action, now Carr. That is his call. Touchdown, Raiders. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching their nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Right, and that's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Reception here by Ruggs.
Carr's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27.
From the gun, it's Carr looking for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr.
This is intercepted.
Picked off at the 18.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have moved out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And the Texans
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Breida. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's third down and inches.
third down.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up grit and see what happens.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
28 all.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over first and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Carr escaping the pressure right. Open man Samuel complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. From the gun. Carr. Try. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
The kick is,
and he knocks it through.
Makes the score Raiders 35, Texans 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Carr eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They run with Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The Texans on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slam. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's caught inside the 30. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
The 5-yard line.
Driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Carr. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
A 5-yard pickup brings up 4th down and goal.
And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll look to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call it.
And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Henry runs
29 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
And out.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
We love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Out to